ABC Sports presents from the West Side Tennis Club in Forest Hills, New York, the 1986 Tournament of Champions. Yes, this is, in fact, the stadium court at Forest Hills in New York, the West Side Tennis Club, scene of so many great matches through the years since the turn of the century. Today, another final for a big championship. Yannick Noah of France against Guillermo Vilas of Argentina. Best 2 out of 3 sets for the title. Good afternoon, I'm Jim McKay, and once again, it's a big afternoon of live sport here on ABC. Live coverage of the tennis match, the final here, and immediately following on most of these ABC stations, it'll be baseball. You'll be seeing one of 2 games on your television screen this afternoon. Either the New York Yankees against the Texas Rangers or the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Montreal Expos. That's baseball immediately following the tennis here on ABC. Let's bring in now our expert on the tennis sport, former Wimbledon champion, the man who won the first U.S. Open championship ever played, and it was on this court, and the man who discovered Yannick Noah when he was 11 years old in the Cameroons, Arthur Ashe. How do you see this match, Arthur?
Well, Jim, lifetime, Vilas has an 8-1 lead, but this is quite a bit different. Vilas has not been in a final in 3 years. He was very nervous in the semifinal yesterday against Haite, and I think that's going to make the difference today.
Let's take a look then at Guillermo Vilas at age 33. It's a great comeback story, as we said, in the year of the comeback, the year of the oldster. There he is on the court, warming up now, still with hair the same length it was when he won here at age 24.
Very much the same, but I think the pressure's a bit off less today than yesterday. Yesterday, he didn't want to lose to someone like Haite, but today he has nothing to lose.
As you see, he's only lost 2 sets in this championship. Let's go back then to that match yesterday against his fellow countryman, Martin Haite, who's just 21 years old. Vilas, of course, 12 years his senior. Now, this was a match point.
Yes,
it was 40-30.
Yes, and there were, in fact, quite a few match points, 8 in that match. And here, Vilas serving from the north end of the court against his fellow countryman, 12 years his senior, and he double faults.
Double fault. So the nerves began to show. He had blown 1 match point, and as you said, Arthur, it would take him 8 match points to put away his younger opponent.
He was composing himself, as he freely admitted afterwards. Felt a little uneasy about it. Most of the rallies were like this one, from the baseline, high over the net.
When you've been away from finals that long, does it take a little while to regain the touch of putting away your opponent?
Yes, it certainly did. You lose the ability to close out a match and to feel comfortable doing it. And here Haite went for a backhand cross-court. He missed to give Vilas another match point. And he took maximum time of the 30 seconds allowed between points to think about his opportunities. The crowd was certainly behind him sentimentally. The call was wide. He's into the finals.
And that was it. Vilas finally pulling it out against the youthful Martin Haite, who used to be a ball boy for him back in the mid-1970s. So he is one of the men in the finals. As you can see, he's a strong athlete, a colorful man, and so is Yannick Noah, 6 feet 4 inches tall, tough to get it over his head, and a very flamboyant and exciting player.
Yes, I would say. Sartorially, yes, he is quite flamboyant. Talk more about his hairdo later.
Yeah, well, you can see how he got to this final. He also having lost just that the 1 set there to Agenor. Straight sets over the #1 player in the world yesterday. Here was Ivan Lendl on the ropes, down 5-4 in the 2nd set, having lost the 1st set, and down love 40. And again, you're going to see it was tough for Noah to put his man away.
Yes, it was. This was triple match point for Noah. And that long backhand cross-court made it 15-40. This match played from the baseline when Lendl was serving only. Noah came to the net quite often in yesterday's match, being very aggressive.
And today we'll be seeing the Frenchman Noah coming to the net and Vilas staying on the baseline.
Yes. That forehand topspin lob by Lendl went over Noah's head. This is now 30-40, still in that same game, 4-5, Lendl serving.
And still match point.
At this very stadium, he scored one of the
You
great
can see the caution on
of his career.
and Noah's
Open singles championship.
style of play here. He wanted to look for the first opportunity to attack. He did, and it was passed down the line. This brought it back to deuce.
Brought it back to deuce, and from this point, they traded advantages. And it was advantage Noah again at this point. Right?
Ladies and gentlemen,
A very athletically played match. Both were scampering all about the court. Lendl is 6'2", Noah 6'4". But as I said, Noah looking for the first opportunity to come to the net. What a point that was, and Lendl threaded the needle again.
And Lendl eventually pulled out that game, got it to 5-5, but Noah then won to get it to 6-5, again with Lendl serving. He got down, and Noah had a double match point.
Finally, 15-40. That's Lendl on the far side, the north end of the court. And that backhand by Lendl goes wide. Noah is into the finals.
And there you see the way he celebrates victory. You'll know when he's happy, and you'll know when he's sad. So these were the semifinal matches yesterday. There you see the final score of that one. And now we're going to move to the live final. Still warming up, so let's take a break here before we watch Guillermo Vilas and Yannick Noah battle for the Tournament of Champions title.
Tournament of Champions Tennis. This ABC Sports exclusive is brought to you by Shearson Lehman Brothers, Minds Over Money. By Honda Power Equipment, lawnmowers, lawn tractors, and portable generators made to last. By Kellogg's Product 19. And by Radio Shack, the computer experts.
The match begins. Yannick Noah won the toss and elected to serve. This is best out of 3 sets, not best out of 5, as you would see in the U.S. Open or at Wimbledon. Best out of 3 for the title.
And my guess is that Noah will want to test his aggressiveness early in the match.
Okay.
And that's what he does. He's going to take the play directly to Vilas.
Umpire is, as you see, Jeremy Shales of England. He was the umpire in the match down in Florida where Jimmy Connors put on the display that got him suspended.
That's correct.
15 all.
Backhand return of serve winner. I don't think shots like that will deter Noah from coming to the net. He's going to take his chances. Yesterday he served exceedingly well, although he was admittedly pumped up, but
particularly in the second set.
Yes, but this is the way he plays on clay. When he won the French Open title, he was very aggressive, coming to the net at every opportunity. And he's got a classical service motion. The ball tosses in the correct place, 6'4" frame. And Vilas was attempting another drop shot to get into an exchange.
The tall player has, of course, the obvious advantage of just a better angle to hit the ball into the service court.
Can come down a bit more steeply with the ball. That clock you see down the court side to Yannick Noah's right is keeping the time of the match. It's a hazy, sunny day. Temperature in the mid-60s again. Well left by Noah.
Okay. 1-love. Yannick Noah taking his service easily and leading Vilas. Back again live, and now Guillermo Vilas serving for the first time. Here's a man who won the U.S. Open here on this court 9 years ago. As recently as 1982, he was ranked 4th in the world, but then he went to 11th the next year, 28th the following year, 39th in 1985, and is currently ranked 41st coming into this tournament. Vilas in the far court. Out, love 15.
I wonder who the crowd favorite is today. I really couldn't. Usually you can tell. It's fairly obvious, but today I think the crowd wants to see it both ways. Watch a replay of part of that last point. Noah, forehand down the line. Vilas can't quite control it. Love 15. Second game, first set. Not a bad choice of shots to try. To remind everyone that this is a clay court surface, as it has been here at Forest Hills since 1975.
You said it's hard to tell for whom the crowd is today. There's no hometown favorite. In fact, no American even got to the quarterfinals here, and that's another subject we might approach later. The aggressive tactics of Yannick Noah paying off.
Well, I certainly detect, in spite of Vilas's splendid play, as we watch a replay of Noah coming to the net and hitting that forehand volley short to the court for a winner, that Vilas doesn't have the snap in his play that he did some years ago.
Remember now, we should expect to see him back at that baseline for most of the afternoon while Noah attacks. It's 30-15. Psychologically, that exchange was very important for Vilas. He wanted to let Noah know on no uncertain terms that, hey, I may be 33 years old, but I can play back here with the best of them. And if you want to have a baseline rally, I'll outlast you. Right. 30 all. Well, I know that in his mind, Vilas is going to feel that he needs a lot of patience, but Noah's going to want to crowd him. So Vilas will have to keep the ball as deep as possible. Beautifully done. A running forehand cross court with quite a bit of topspin. So it's 30-40. Break point now. So watch that again. Vilas will go down the line with the forehand. Noah races over. Case closed. Yes. So Vilas off to a somewhat shaky start here, facing a service break. Deuce. Good serve. His clay court credentials for Vilas, of course, are immaculate. He was a French Open champion in 1977, and he was a runner-up there in 75, 78, and just 4 years ago, 1982. When you call this clay, of course, this is a synthetic clay, yes, really, rather than the red clay you'd see where in France and other places.
Correct. The players on the tour refer to this simply as American clay.
Okay.
It comes out of a bag.
That's right.
Instead of having a dump truck over in Europe, just sort of dump it on, just stomp on it and smooth it out, and let's put up a net and play.
Right. We make it a bit more complicated, always.
Noah's complaining about something.
Yeah, I don't know what. He won the point. We're back to deuce.
And I'm not sure what it is. We watch that again with the backhand cross court for a winner.
Yeah.
He's upset about something. I'm not quite sure what.
There it was. At any rate, it's deuce. 1 game to love. Noah leads in the first set. And it's best out of 3 sets.
And there is where the book on Noah has as his weakest shot from the baseline, his backhand passing shot. Most of the players say that that is where Noah is weakest. As for Vilas's strengths, of course, his staying power, incredibly fit, physically strong.
So Vilas holds service. It's a game apiece in the first set. For those who weren't with us yesterday, Arthur, you might explain again how you discovered Yannick Noah at age 11 in the camera room.
That's an old story.
But it's a lot of people watching today who haven't heard that story.
Oh, they weren't around in 1971.
Well, that's a lot of those people, too.
Yes, just saw him on a tour, and I thought he had tremendous athletic ability, and arranged to have him taken to France, because at the time he spoke no English, just spoke French and his tribal language in the Cameroons. He was born in France, though, Sedan, France. Mother is French, father is African, Cameroonian.
Father was a soccer player.
Yes, professional soccer player.
So you have the son of an athlete on this side of the court. On the other side, the son of a lawyer, Vilas.
Well done. That's experience talking there.
Love 15.
Love 15.
Well, as we see Vilas, he's also going to decide to use all of the court. He comes in the last minute, tries a drop shot, and it works. Vilas, I must say, telegraphed that lob.
15-all.
He looked as though he was about to hit a lob, and I think Noah anticipated it. It was written all over his mannerisms. If you take a look again. Now, as you see him, he backs up.
So it's important to disguise your shot, huh?
If possible. And Noah has been serving very well all week.
That must have been the full 110 miles an hour.
At least.
30-15.
The crucial test for Vilas will be whether or not he can convert break points when he gets them. I think that may be the telling statistic today. If he gets a break point, will he be able to capitalize on at least 50% of them?
Okay. Yannick Noah in with, let's see. You referred to yesterday as Noah's hairdo of the week. Vilas is the same hair he's had ever since I can remember.
Hasn't changed much, but Noah does like to change his coif from week to week.
40-50.
Well, there are no aces yet from either player. And Noah's got a smile on his face as he contemplates what went wrong. Tries this down the middle, forehand. Tries to hit the backhand sharply as possible.
Look at
cross
this.
court. Now that is the other weaker shot at the net for Yannick Noah. He has never been able to, in the past, put the backhand volley away, like, say, Tony Roach before him and John McEnroe, who would have just put that away. And with the leverage he has with a 6'4" frame, if he gets a shot like that, the ball should just not come back on any surface.
It's 40-30. At its deuce.
Well, Noah now is going to rethink this aggressiveness. He has already come to the net 10 times, even though his success percentage is 70%. He's going to think about it now.
Advantage, Noah. He's a bit of a comeback story himself, even though he is not yet 26. Noah, shortly after his victory in the 1983 French Open, tremendously popular victory back home, Noah suffered a back injury that kept him out 5 or 6 months, wasn't it?
Yes. It's more like a groin injury.
Groin, was it?
Yes. I saw him hurt himself in a match against Jimmy Connors at the French when he did a leg split going wide for a backhand volley. It just wasn't quite the same for a long time.
There's the first service ace of the match. Advantage Noah again. A meeting of the mind there for Vilas, singular. Noah taking a lot of time here. And so he holds service, and it is Noah 2 games, Vilas 1. We're still in the first set. Yannick's wife, who gave birth just 2 weeks ago or so.
That's
his
correct.
second child.
A
Quick
girl.
comeback here.
A girl, yes. So now they have a boy and a girl, and that is Eric Deblaquer, who is one of the coaches for the French Federation. Strangely enough, some other countries, France among them, would allow their professional players to use their own coaches well past the time when they turn professional, which is not something that is ordinarily done here in America.
So it's a matter of national pride to keep them going.
Oh, yes, yes. They nurture them from day one, and then even after they're making millions of bucks.
We shout, waiting for you.
Yannick,
Some people coming in to take their seats.
Yannick is upset. He wants the S's. Yesterday, he said the same thing. He asked the umpire to get the people to sit down before.
Yannick really pumped up, as he was yesterday.
Well, as I mentioned yesterday, there is a rhythm into which players get into, and a rhythm that they're used to. 90 seconds for change of ends, 30 seconds between points, and they don't want to get out of that rhythm.
You'd think, though, you'd be so concentrated on the match, you wouldn't even see people walking in.
Yes, you do.
Do you?
Very much so. The ball is so small. That's what makes the difference between, say, this sport and another. The ball is very tiny. You just can't find it. Just long. And the background is not ideal at all for tennis court. The canvas at the back of either end of the court is only about little less than 6 feet tall.
So you're going against colored shirts, very colored shirts,
and white is the worst. That's the worst color of all.
It's 30 love. Noah leads 2-1 in games. Service has been held so far. In the first set, best out of 3 sets.
Noah had taken his sleeveless sweater off at the last break, and then he immediately put it right back on.
Well, some clouds have moved in. It looks like we will get the sun again, though, in a little while. Temperature in the mid-60s, but as soon as the sun goes behind the clouds, it feels a little chilly. There's a breeze.
Almost looking for a patented Yannick Noah between the legs return from that lob. Almost assuredly we would have seen one.
Had the ball been in. It's now 40-15. Vilas serving. Trying to even the match. Oh, there, look at the serve percentage.
Yes, Noah's just not where he wants to be.
How about that?
And Vilas has just been cruising along on his serve with a 92% first serve percentage.
2 games all. You won't see too many rockets like that from Vilas, right? But
No.
he does get that first one in.
No. Vilas knows he's not going to overpower Noah. That's just not going to happen.
But he might shake him up occasionally.
Ace number 2 for Yannick Noah. To watch that right down the T-junction.
That's about the place, isn't it? At that speed?
Yes.
No way. 15 love.
Now that's the way to put that backhand volley away. He actually leaned in with his body on that one. Something he doesn't ordinarily do. Ordinarily, his backhand volleys hit with too much underspin, which detracts from the speed, and frequently the ball comes back.
Oh. 30 love. Love.
Tremendous reach.
Now Noah beginning to show signs of dominating on his service the way he did yesterday against Lendl.
He's trying to find the range. It's clear to me now that he's going to stay aggressive no matter what. And he's going to be willing to pay the price of an occasional enforced error like that.
Looked like that time he was caught in that place they always taught me never to be.
Right, no man's land.
That's it.
Yes, but he up there a little closer.
Okay. And he runs off that game quite easily, so it's now Noah 3 games and Vilas 2 in the first set. Off in there, Noah, but when Vilas does come to the net, he wins the points, 4 out of 6.
He is picking his spots.
It's 3-2 in games. Noah leading in the first set, best out of 3 sets.
Can the TV commentaries go down a little, please? We can get them on the call. Thank you.
Maybe they're talking to us.
Love 15 then.
Yannick takes his chances. Not a great approach shot, but he's 6'4", reaches out, he gets it, tries a forehand drop volley. That wasn't too good either, but Vilas couldn't handle it. Of course, the footing is so unsure on play sometimes that if you get your body weight leaning in one direction just a little bit, you're dead.
All right, 15 all.
15 all.
Well, now, Vilas knows he has his work cut out for him. Yannick again. Forehand down the line approach shot. This time, Vilas had a jump on the ball, whips it cross court, and he can't quite hold on to it.
Is playing against a left-hander as much of a disadvantage as it might be in, say, boxing?
Yes, less so on a clay court, though.
Same place.
Same place. This clay court surface takes more of the spin off of a ball, so the different spin given to a ball by a left-hander won't be nearly as pronounced on a clay court as it would on a cement court, which is where the conditions are much faster. You have to react much more quickly.
40-15. Neither man has had any great difficulty holding service so far.
And that was a dangerous approach shot to go cross court, although it was to Noah's weaker side, the backhand.
40-30 then.
And now only 1 point separates the two. Noah has won a total of 21 points in this match so far. Vilas 20. So, can't get much closer than that. Vilas a hand. A small clap in the strings of his racket.
And it goes to 3 games apiece. Vilas still serving 95% of his first serves in.
Yes, Yannick tried sliding this backhand down the line. Couldn't quite get the reply. So dead even in points won, 21 each.
Neither man really asserting authority in this match so far. Everything just about flat even.
I get the feeling that Vilas anticipated that one.
He was ready for sure.
This is the one match for Vilas that could just raise his level of confidence almost geometrically. Noah in trouble now.
Love 30. Indeed.
I suspect he may take a little time, walk around, take the full 30 seconds.
Having a lot of trouble at the net.
Big decision right now is whether to serve and volley or stay back.
All he had to do was serve.
There's the answer.
He was coming up, though.
That right there is one of the great marks of the good players. When they get into trouble, they're able to reconvert. As you see, Noah's been much more aggressive, 22 times to the net, Vilas 8.
But he's only won 12 out of 22.
Yes.
Okay. 30 all.
Not out of a hole yet.
No. Time played, 33 minutes into the match, as you see.
What a tremendous effort since he's been down to love 30.
His third ace of the match.
That's the biggest shot in his arsenal. There's no question about that. His serve is one of the best in the sport. I would say probably right now the best if John McEnroe's not included. Becker would be very close.
Wow.
Out. And a reprieve for Noah.
Yep. So it's 4-3. Yannick Noah. Tough to get it over his head. Career that Vilas has had. As you see, he's fourth on the all-time list. If he wins today, he ties Bjorn Borg, the great Borg, for third place in titles won. He trails 4 games to 3 here, but each man has held service so far in the first set.
Vilas, I feel, in the long run, needs to be a bit more aggressive. He's come to the net a total of 8 times in this match, and I don't think he's going to win
Without coming up?
Without coming up a bit more than he has.
Of those 8, he's won the .5 times, too. There you see he's still getting better than 9 out of 10 of his first serves in.
The strategy behind Vilas trying to maintain a very high first serve percentage is that he knows, as we watch a replay of the last point, that if he misses his first serve, Noah's going to chip and come in on the next one. And he doesn't want that to happen. And that's why he's content with just getting the one in. Just get it in, keep Noah at the baseline as long as possible.
Certainly not letting Noah dominate him by coming to the net.
No, but conversely, what happens is that even though he may be passing Noah now with what seems like relative ease, if he knows that Noah's going to do this later on, when it gets very tight, he may blow one. And if he blows one, then he may blow several.
30-15. You know, either they've changed the flight pattern today, or there are a lot fewer flights on Sunday. We haven't heard the jets roaring over.
Not windy enough yet.
Huh.
Whoops. Good try, a bit too far back from the net. So, 40-15.
Still, neither man in any real jeopardy of losing his service so far in this match.
Second game went to few deuces, but other than that.
Yeah.
What Noah's looking for, he wants to open up the court at either wing, take advantage of it. Here he's waiting for an opening, and he sees it, contenting himself with seeing his opening down the line. Backhand drop volley winner.
So it's 4 games apiece. John Gibbs, who's doing our computer statistics and therefore knows everything, says that it's the wind direction that's different, that actually this is one of the heaviest air traffic days in the year because it's Mother's Day.
Well, Noah's brand of aggressive tennis matched with his first serve percentage, which is now 63%, is not bad. Given that you're going to serve and volley and go for it, as it will, 63% is not bad. As I said earlier, Vilas's policy of just getting his in is very deliberate. He does not want Noah to chip and come in behind his second serve.
Oh, pretty acrobatic there. And again.
Noah winds up on Vilas' side of the net.
Very nearly ran into the post. It's tough to avoid it.
You watch that again. Vilas is going to try a backhand cross-court drop shot. Noah comes in, gets it, slips on the service line. These service lines, if I'm not mistaken, are made of canvas, and they are actually nailed into the court with little tiny nails. And when a ball hits them, or if your foot slides over it, you skid. Ball skids, and your foot skids.
15 all. 4-4 in games, first set. Best out of 3 sets. .30. Baseball coming up on most of these stations after the tennis. Everything live again this afternoon. You'll get either the Yankees against the Rangers or the Dodgers against the Expos. At the conclusion of the tennis. We're still in the first set here, 4 games apiece.
Could play what is described as a classical way to play serve and volley tennis on clay, that was it. That was certainly it. Each player did the correct thing, and Noah in turn covered the correct lanes on the court.
Winners fairly even. Get it? Yep. How about? Nope, too long. So 40-30.
That was a very well disguised backhand lob from Noah. He looked as though he was going to just slide it back for a drop shot, and at the last minute just lifted it right over Vilas's head to the backhand side. That was just wide, although it was called out. Noah came up to check it, and it was wide. You'll watch it again, coming right down, just to the right of the sideline.
And so Noah holds service again. He leads 5-4 in the first set. Match between Yannick Noah and Guillermo Vilas for the championship of the Tournament of Champions at Forest Hills in New York. Noah leads 5-4. There's been no service break yet. Vilas serving.
With new balls.
It's best out of 3 sets. Just out. 15 love.
Noah has made 3 unforced errors on that side. Vilas only 1 on his backhand. But the forehand unforced error discrepancy is 4-1, Noah.
All.
There, the only time he lost the first set to Noah, he lost the match.
And he only lost to him
one time.
1 set of 9.
That's right.
Vilas still serving at 89.7% of his first serves in.
I do know what he said, French, because I know that's a dirty word, but I won't tell you what it means. Yannick
was talking to himself.
Giving himself the business.
Yep.
Probably in a mixture of French and his tribal language in the Cameroons.
So it's 30-15. If the set goes to 6 games apiece, we will go to the tiebreaker. Or it will be whichever man wins 7 points first, as long as he's 2 points ahead at the time. All right.
That was a forehand underspin approach shot, cross court. Gave Noah plenty of time to get to the net. Vilas went down the line. And Yannick put the backhand volley away.
Sun beginning to come out again a little more. It's a gorgeous morning here. Then it clouded up just about match time. Got cool.
That may have been a case of nerves.
30-40, and now we do have a service break opportunity here. And in fact, set point.
That's correct. Vilas is going to think about this one. I don't think he's going to serve and volley. If he does, I'll be very surprised. Noah's going to try to get to the net as early as he can.
And one of the rare times he misses his first service.
Noah's going to come in, I think. He's just going to force his way in.
Vilas keeping him deep so far. Here he comes. Oh, boy. Well, a moment of truth there.
That was the moment of truth. First one in this match. Noah closed his eyes in a short moment of reflection because Vilas did thread the needle down the line. Watch this.
Just when he needed it most. Goes back to deuce.
That was a foolish chance. Then he did what I thought he was going to try to do on the previous set point. A temporary reprieve for Guillermo Vilas.
Advantage to Vilas now. He can tie up the bench at this point. And so he does.
I get the feeling that situations like this, Yannick Noah is like a boxer who knows his opponent is in trouble and doesn't want to venture in wildly.
Okay, we'd like to pause 5 seconds right here to allow our local stations to identify themselves.
Channel 6 reports on the latest developments in the community. Next, here on TV6.
Back live at Forest Hills. Noah's serving. It's 5-5 in games. In the first set, and 15 love now. Vilas just having staved off the first set point of the match. Things had been so even, and suddenly that set point has jumped up.
Yes.
You know?
Come and gone in a flash.
Yeah.
Noah still to take off his sleeveless sweater. Still cool.
It is, yeah.
Low 60s. Rather decisive call, no doubt
Yes.
about that one.
Sounded more like a cry for help.
On the line.
Yep, right on the line.
Flat.
40 love. Nope. 40-15.
Noah has a rather unconventional grip on his backhand. He holds it like a hammer, whereas most books and teachers would want people to spread the fingers over as much of the handle as possible. We'll take a peek at that later, but it doesn't give him as much strength in the backhand as he might have.
Fault? Or was it?
And Vilas has corrected the call, and
Yep.
if Jeremy Schiff lets it stand, then it'll be 6-5.
All right. 6-5. Noah leads in the first set. We'll be right back. Has won the point 73%. So you still like to see Vilas
Yes.
coming to the net more?
I would still like to see Vilas come to the net a bit more, even though they have held serve. There's been no break of serve in this set yet. And the tie break looms as a definite possibility.
Vilas serving now, down 5 games to 6 in the first set. Quickly takes a 15-love lead. Do you see an advantage for either man in the tiebreaker situation?
Well, no. Said in a word, I just think that Vilas just hasn't had as much match practice as Noah. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Noah changed the tempo in that shot, but Vilas came right back at him.
Well, Noah knows he has to respect Vilas from the baseline no matter what. This is 2 out of 3 sets. No one's going to get tired. He knows Vilas is very fit. He's going to run for everything, not going to quit.
Percentage of first serves in going down a bit for Vilas. It's bound to over the course of the match. It's 30 love.
I do believe that with each passing shot by Vilas, his confidence increases.
Yep.
Passing shots are a prime barometer of one's confidence.
A few rowdy shouts from the crowd. It's 40 love. Just a very exciting point as Vilas evens the match at 6 apiece. We will go to the tiebreaker. Again, look at that. And
it speaks for itself.
Sure does. And too long.
Now, I think the key to the tiebreaker, as far as I'm concerned, is whether or not Yannick wants to take foolish chances in coming to the net.
Remember, it's whichever player reaches 7 points first, as long as he leads by 2 at that point. Otherwise, they keep going. First point to Noah. Now the serve will go to Vilas for 2 points.
I believe if Vilas can come up with 3 passing shots, he may win this tiebreaker. I think he'll need 3 clean passing shots to do it.
All right.
Or at least unreturnable. We'll see.
And the sun comes out. Out.
Okay, that's 1 missed passing shot.
So he's down 0-2.
They have played a total in their 9 matches of 2 tiebreakers, and Vilas has won both of them.
The custom in the tiebreaker, a modern invention, seems to be not to use the expression love so often, but to say 1-0 or 2-0, as the case is now. 0-2, if you will, with Vilas serving.
That serve didn't look too confident.
As you see just behind Noah there, 1 hour. They've played exactly 1 hour now. Keeping Noah back for the moment. Here he comes. Wide. Now, Vilas in real trouble. The serve going over to Noah. Noah with the powerful serve leading 3 points to none.
Well, I thought it would take 3 passing shots, and right now he's 0 for 2.
Checking the sun as he throws it up, which has just come out, I assume.
Yes. Okay, that's 1.
Yep.
That counts as a passing shot.
Okay.
He won the point.
I'll give you that.
He won the point.
3-1. Again, if you didn't happen to be listening at the moment, it's 7 points to win this, but you must lead by 2. Vilas, in fact, takes both points on Noah's serve and now gets the service himself.
Yes, Vilas was down what is called a mini break when there are breaks of single serves during the tiebreaker, and now they are back on serve, as it were.
Vilas serving, trailing 2 points to 3. He was down 3-0. That 2-4.
And they will change ends as they do after each 6 points. Right. Theoretically, a tiebreaker could last ad nauseum or ad infinitum, depending on whether you like it or not.
Or forever. Next Saturday, the 111th Preakness Stakes from Baltimore, from Old Hilltop Pimlico Racecourse. Should be one of the best Preaknesses in a good many years, with the Derby winner there, with the beaten favorite in the Derby expected to run, a decision expected today, and with the hometown horse, Broad Brush. Nope. So 3-4. Serve goes over to Noah, so it is 4-3.
All right. Preakness is actually older than Wimbledon.
Oh, yeah. They've been at it a long time down there. Park Heights Avenue.
Just anything that allows you to gamble will been around for a while.
Well, that's a heck of a sport, too.
Ace number 5.
5-3. Noah edging towards victory in this set. 2 more points. There you see the sky clearing up a bit. Quite a bit, in fact. And out.
Vilas wants to take another peek, but is content with the linesperson's call.
So it's 6-3, and this point could do it for Yannick Noah to take the first set in his best out of 3 match. We've been playing 1 hour and 5 minutes now. It's a long set. But on this kind of surface, you get long sets.
Yes.
Long rallies.
Normal. Very normal.
That's it. Yannick Noah taking the first set. 7-6 and 7-3 on the tiebreaker. We'll be back with more of the Tournament of Champions tennis. That is, after this word from your local stations. As Vilas begins to serve at the start of the second set. Yannick Noah won the first set, 7-6 on the tiebreaker, 7 points to 3.
That was a tentative volley from Vilas. We look at the first set statistics. Vilas is still above 80% first serve category. Unforced errors, not too many. Not like Boris Becker the other day.
No, they're pretty even on the winners and the unforced errors. No, of course, with the 5 aces, just 1 for Vilas. 15 all. And even though the sun shines, Noah still has kept on his sweater.
It's cool here. There's no question about that. It's not that warm.
No. Now you see the statistics on coming to the net. Noah up to the net 42 times. He's won 23 of them, 55%. Vilas not coming as often, but with a higher percentage.
Should Noah win this tournament, this will be, depending on how you want to rate it, second or third most prestigious title he's won. He was a French Open champion. He won the Italian Open. And certainly, this tournament had more good players than the Italian, although the Italian is probably a more prestigious title. It's been around for a long time.
More traditional.
Yes. Well, it depends on who you talk to. That's going to drop in and kick.
Well, that lob had a lot of top spin.
Yes, it did. Vilas, however, was not about to give up. Chased it down. If you watch Yannick kicking the forehand topspin lob, had a lot of topspin, but Vilas made a game effort for it in the event.
But now he's down 15-40 and danger of a service break right at the beginning of the second set. He's just come off losing a tiebreaker. So psychologically, it's all against him at the moment.
Well, he was at full stretch for that forehand volley. Up in the air, couldn't quite control it. As he straightens out his strings. Vilas still in a bit of a hole. Get the feeling that if Yannick won this game, he might just sort of surge ahead.
He does. He does. Breaks the service of Vilas. So it's Noah 1, Vilas nothing in the second set. 1-love. Made his first serve of the second set, and he won the point. So it's 15-love now. He leads 1 game to love, having broken Vilas' service. $40,000 difference between winning and losing here. There's the service ace. 6th of the match for Yannick Noah.
One has to get the feeling now that Yannick is putting it in overdrive, and it's just a matter of time. However, one never knows. No time limit.
That's right. That hit a
ace number
bad
6
spot or something? It took a funny kick.
It did. So you watch Yannick going down the middle for this.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of topspin. Side spin in that serve.
It's 40-love. This one looked like he might really take charge there. He gets past.
Well, that's a dangerous approach shot, cross court. Sometimes it works, but I would say more than half the time it doesn't. Noah with 7 aces, Vilas 1.
As you would expect.
Yes, nothing unexpected. Noah's going to go for it.
40-15.
There hasn't been one. Excuse me, Jim. I was going to say there hasn't been one double fault the entire match.
It's been good tennis, hasn't it?
Yes. No question about that. Ace number 7.
So it's 2-love, love 2 now in the second set as Vilas begins to serve. Remember, Noah won the first set 7-6, taking the tiebreaker 7 points to 3. Vilas needs a rally here of some sort. First, he's got to hold service.
That was just long. Speak of double faults.
The first one of the match for either man.
Well, Vilas definitely needs to be more aggressive now, and specifically, he needs to serve to Noah's backhand, come in and try to win the point at the net. That's one particular ploy. And he also may try from the backcourt, hitting underspin balls down the middle and coming to the net. Okay, so he's going to come to the net.
Yep, 15-all.
And the side to do it for Noah is on his backhand side.
Right on the line. All right. 30-15.
That's exactly what Vilas needs to do. Sounds simple, but the way it is. Come to the net against Noah on the backhand. First serve percentages haven't changed too much. Vilas has dropped down a bit.
Yannick's up a bit.
Yes, just over 60%.
Nope. 30-all.
Difficult shot to try. That ball was at about knee level, and Vilas tried a very hard, crisp topspin. Couldn't hold it in.
Both men extremely athletic, strong, well-built, highly trained athletes. Now 30-40, and again he's in danger of losing his service. He would be down 3-love, and things would really be getting away from him. It's only best out of 3 sets. He loses this one, it's all over. Return. And there it is. There it is. 3-love. Noah leading in the second set. He may be moving towards victory here. Do it again, we'll sure find out at the Preakness next week, but we're going to find out something shortly here. It looks like Yannick Noah may be on his way to defeating Guillermo Vilas for the Tournament of Champions title. As you see, he won the first set 7-6, leads 3 games to love in the second set, and he's serving. No man's land again.
That's how well he is serving. He's won his serve 14 straight times since a single loss of serve to Ivan Lendl yesterday. That's pretty good.
I would say.
With McEnroe on the sidelines temporarily, Noah and Boris Becker probably have the 2 best serves in the sport right now.
But Noah is close.
close, but McEnroe's left-handed, which gives him a natural advantage, and he can do more with it. Of course, I always thought that the key to a great serve was your second serve.
And who has the best second serve?
McEnroe.
Yes. 15-30.
He also has the best first serve, I think.
Well, that's
It's not quite as hard or as fast as some of the others, but he disguises it better.
30 all. Vilas desperately needing a service break here.
Can you imagine a tournament full of players who play like Yannick Noah and Ivan Lendl? That's what I think the players of the 1990s will be like. 6'2", 3'4", 180, all playing like Noah and Lendl and Becker.
Should be an exciting time.
Yes.
40-30. Service ace. Quickly he flicks the balls over to his opponent. Says, okay, over to you, Essex.
Ace
Love
number
4.
9, yes.
Love 4 and down 1 sets.
Who was the greatest player you saw live play?
You think I'm going to say Tilden,
No.
don't you? Kramer, I guess.
Big Jack.
Good one.
Whoa, and yeah, gives it the old college try.
Looked like a center fielder going into the stands after a fly ball.
Like Dave Winfield.
That's right.
To watch it again. Vilas pounds his overhead, and it goes well into the stands, but Yannick's gonna give it a little try anyway.
He doesn't want to win very much, does he?
Nah, it's only 80 grand.
Well,
And it's in dollars.
it's 15 love. Out.
Well, the route may very well be on.
Yeah.
And you said that might be the case, but I've seen stranger happenings. So I am very cautious about saying that it's going to happen. Of course, we mentioned yesterday that on this court in 1975, Guillermo Vilas was playing Manuel Orantes of Spain in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. And Vilas was up 2 sets to love. And then at one stage, he was also up 2 sets to 1 and 5 love and lost the match. So stranger things have happened.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
Out again. Out. Now 15-40, another break point.
If Vilas wins this match, he would be considered a serious contender to win the Italian or the French Open. But if Yannick Noah wins, it's going to strengthen his odds of winning the Italian and the French.
This match, by the way, is being televised back to Europe, back to Italy, back to France, and to Argentina. Oh, watch it. We got it.
The stretch that injured him when he played quarters at the French a few years ago. I hope he's all right. He's okay.
Yeah. Walking slowly back.
Yes, that was some stretch. I was slightly worried. Watch it again. Yannick Hits the underspin backhand. Vilas waits at the last minute, goes cross court, and Yannick stretches out that right leg and falls down.
That could do a job on a groin muscle.
To watch this again, the right leg goes out in a big stretch.
Apparently it didn't. And now it's 30-40. It's another break point still. Oh!
And
nope.
the wind held that ball up.
That's it. It's now 5-love. It's all but over at Forest Hills. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Baseball coming up shortly over most of these stations immediately following the tennis. The Yankees against the Rangers or the Dodgers against the Expos, depending on which area of the country you live in. But here it's Noah with the first set in his pocket. Vilas with his back to the wall. Down 5-love in the second set. Somebody being requested to take their seat. Couldn't pick that one up.
Neither did I.
You don't put it over the head of Yannick Noah. Not very often. So
that was about as acrobatic a backhand overhead as you'll see any place.
All he has to do is serve out here and the match is over.
Now everybody will go out, catch the last rays of sunshine to their nearest court and try to do it.
That's right. All.
Of course, we all wonder what things would have been like had Vilander, Connors, and McEnroe been here.
Oh, yeah.
Each of whom was eligible to be here, but couldn't make it for various reasons.
Boris Becker was here, but was defeated in the quarterfinal round by Martin Heite of Argentina, a man who then lost to Vilas yesterday. Okay. Hanging by his fingernails. 15-30.
Well, Vilas is not going to go quietly, is he?
No.
On the line.
Okay. Good return. 15-40. So, the applause grows for Guillermo Vilas. He couldn't be in a tougher situation. Down one set, 5 games to love. But now with a chance to break service. Not on a serve like that. Now, 30-40. Still another chance to break service. Back to deuce.
What a difference those big rackets make. Shots like that, the drop volleys, much easier with the larger rackets than they were in the old days with the standard size rackets. Connors is the only player now playing with a standard size racket.
Only one on the circuit, huh?
Only male. What a passing shot.
Boy.
Vilas, of course, now with nothing to lose.
Except $40,000. It's the difference between first and second. And he gets to it. Look out. And once again,
all good.
You don't get it over Noah.
He is keeping himself pumped.
Back to deuce. Nope, not with that serve. Advantage Noah. Match point. Match point for Yannick Noah. He would then move, as you said, to Europe in a very strong position as the big European tournament.
Yes, as the favorite for the heart of the international clay court circuit, French.
Is this it? Yes, it is. It's all over, and Yannick Noah has defeated Guillermo Vilas of Argentina 7-6 and 6-love for the title of the tournament champion. $80,000 to the winner, $40,000 to the loser. And there was no bad temper between these two men.
No,
just good tennis.
Crowd certainly loved it. A victory wave to his wife, Cecilia.
On Mother's Day, and she having presented him with their second child 2 weeks ago. Okay, we'll be back with more of the Tournament of Champions tennis. That is after this message and a word from your local stations.
Yannick, were you surprised at all at the way Vilas played today?
Well, I knew Guillermo was doing very well these days. He had a great week, I think, and you know, he beat Nystrom, and I saw that match, and he was very impressive. And even though in the second set, I think I played well, and he was a little bit slower than he usually is. I think he had a great week, and I would like to say that it's very great, and he's a great champion to achieve what he achieved, coming back at 33.
Certainly agree. I certainly agree. This is a big win for you. You're a former French Open winner, former Italian winner. Where do you place this win among your past wins, the big ones?
Well, all the matches that I win and all the tournaments that I win means something special for me. This one is very special because I win my first tournament in my new hometown, so it's very great.
Okay, good luck to as you go to Europe to play the Italian and the French. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Arthur.
Jim?
And that was a quick shot of his wife, Cecilia, that you saw on Mother's Day during the victory interview of Yannick Noah. The crowd waiting for the presentation, by the way. In all sports, that is not the case. But here at Forest Hills, in a traditional location like this, in a big tournament, they are all staying around for the presentation, as we will. Right now, I believe Arthur has, yes, he has Guillermo Vilas down there. Okay, Arthur.
Guillermo, it was a great week to see you back in the finals. Your first final in 3 years since 1983. How do you feel you played?
Well, I like the way I played the whole week, not particularly the final, but definitely it's much better than I've been playing the last year. And it's good to start a good year and in front of my favorite crowd here. And
they remember you from 1977 here, yes.
I've been waiting to say this since 1977, which after the match I couldn't say it because nobody was here, but but I really thank everyone here. You really make me feel at home, and certainly I spent a lot of time in New York. It's, I think, my favorite city after Buenos Aires, and you know, I'm very happy about it.
Congratulations. Good luck in Europe. Thank you. Back to you, Jim.
Okay, Arthur, that called for a chorus of New York, New York. Presentation coming up.
Thank you, Guillermo. Yannick, you are our champion of champions. It won't matter to Yannick. I understand from the paper this morning he would rather ride the subway than take a limousine anyway.
it doesn't make much difference. Today is Mother's Day, so I would like to dedicate this victory to my wife and best support, Cecilia. Well, all these trophies and checks, I think we're very privileged to get so much for just doing what we love, which is just play tennis. I feel very lucky today. I'm very happy. I hope I'll come back here next year because I felt great playing here and I really enjoy my week. So see you next year. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Yannick Noah has won.